Tim. Welcome to Watch You Want. Thanks for logging on. Today we are looking at the Panerai Luminor Marina PAM 49. 40 millimeters in brushed and polished stainless steel. You can see this Panerai Luminor on our website, watchyouwant.com. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. Now, you get an awful lot with the PAM 49. For one thing, you get a Panerai that is anything but anonymous. If you've heard Panerai, seen one, seen them all, this really is the exception. And it starts with that gorgeous white dial and the beautifully proportioned 40 millimeter case. On my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see that this is like a bigger, bolder Rolex in terms of wrist presence. It stands 15 millimeters thick, and it's 47 millimeters from extremity of lug to extremity of lug. So you get the large watch look, but it's not oversized. It's not ungainly. It's not a hulking thing. It has the proportions that say, no, scream Panerai Luminor, and of course that iconic crescent-shaped device protecting the crown. But it's not a 44, and it's certainly not a 47. So if you like the look of Panerai, but you're just not into the oversized sports watch trend, the bottom line is that the PAM 49 is a fantastic alternative to the norm. It also features some other elements that really set it apart. And I want to emphasize that with full Arabic numerals on the dial, and it's neither the sausage dial nor the three-dimensional sandwich dial, along with an alligator leather strap and a full double deployant twin trigger activated buckle. Let me show you that there. This watch definitely breaks the mold in terms of Panerai conventions. It's set apart by size, detailing, and feature set. So if you really love the Panerai look, but you just can't go with the crowd, this watch should get your attention. Now, everything about it, again, traditional tuna can Panerai proportions. There is the 1950 Luminor case, which is a bit more curvaceous, but if you go back to 1993, if you go back to the watch that launched the Panaristi phenomenon, it was very much this shape, not the 1950s. The so-called Betterini case, designed by one of the men who was actually among the last of the engineers and fabricators for the old military Panerai company. So it has that kind of authenticity and design provenance, where it sets itself apart, moving in past the angled and polished steel bezel, is this dial. It's bright, it's airy, it's cheerful, it's anything but dull and drab. It has the simplicity and legibility of the old military Panerai watches, but without the dour sensibility. This is a watch that is built for fun in the sun, a true sporting reference. Now you can see that the combination of full Arabics and loomed dot indices outboard gives it a nice open and airy dial, but at the same time you have the utility of constant seconds, so it's not the two-hand base. If you do want to time something that's rather precise and of short duration, you have that flexibility. And because you must have constant seconds to COSC certify a movement, this one does have the chronometer certificate based on the long-serving Valjoux 7750 base caliber. It is built to chronometer specifications. You also have the convenience of a date. And here, the date's beautifully integrated, first and foremost because Panerai has the Cyclops eye-style magnifier within the crystal, not on top. So you don't have the awkward protuberance that you have on a Rolex. It doesn't stick above the parapet, so to speak, and break up the lines of the crystal or mar the lines of the watch externally. However, it offers fine functionality, and because the date disc is the same color as the dial, it mostly blends into the background until you want it. It doesn't assert itself in unwanted fashion. Now, the hands are all gorgeous, black for contrast, so this is a high visibility watch day or night. This is the kind of watch that you can read at a glance, so if legibility is high on your list of priorities for style or substantial reasons, definitely consider this PAM 49. Now, because this one is an L series watch, so relatively recent production, you note that it comes with all of the latest refinements. Looking inside the iconic crown guard, which offers more protection than crown guard shoulders and more convenient operation than a screw-down crown, there's a small circle inside the cam that cinches down the crown, and that small circle, known as the runner bearing, is one of the post-2007 Panerai innovations that makes the watch just a little bit more of a luxury product, a little bit smoother in the hands, a little bit more agreeable in a tactile sense, refinement, not a revolution, but an important evolution. Now, the key elements of the device protecting the crown, the virtues, first developed and patented in the 1950s, continue to bear out today. First and foremost, as soon as the crown guard lever is up, I can wind this. I don't have to unscrew anything. I don't do any extra damage to the seals working it in and out through a threaded portion. I can pull it immediately, and as you see, I can now set the date via quick set, or if I so choose, I can hack the movement. It is a hacking movement, and I can set the time. And now I push it back down, the crown's locked. 300 meters water resistant. So with 300 meter, that's 1,000 foot water resistance, this is a true sports watch. No two ways about it, no bones about it. This is a watch that can go in the water, you can wipe out on the jet ski, you can take this one off the high dive. What you can also do, because if you're going in the water you'll need to, is you can easily swap out the straps. Now this one features the post-2007 Panerai quick change lugs. If you recall the early Luminors, they used screwed-in bars. Now the screwed-in bars were great if you had a jeweler's screwdriver handy, but there was always the hazard of marring the finish of your watch. Here, you simply depress these two dimples and then push, with a toothpick if you like, straight through to remove the bars that retain the strap. So there's no use of a screwdriver on any finished metal surface. You can spare the watch, and if you're good, in 30 seconds you can completely swap out to a rubber or a textile strap, or, should you feel the urge, a traditional Panerai untreated calfskin, military style. But the PAM 49 is less about directly aping ancient frogmen than it is about having a good time with a high-standard modern luxury watch with the convenience of automatic winding, a tough 7750 based COSC movement, a look that definitely sets itself apart from the Luminor crowd, heck, from any Panerai crowd really, and a case proportion that's just more wearable to many wrists than a 44 or a 47. The Luminor Marina PAM 49 is a little giant. It's got a lot to offer in a nice, reasonable size with an outstanding disposition that's sunny, upbeat, and, in my opinion, consistent with the spirit of fun, which is really what modern luxury watches, especially luxury sport watches, are all about. You can see this PAM 49 on our website, and if you like, you can purchase it on watchyouwant.com.